Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Retail Podcast. Now, we've interviewed a lot of people, but Salesforce, exactly. Salesforce are one of the event participants who have, in my opinion, one of the most intriguing stands. It's like a theme park, or it's absolutely amazing. It captured my attention. It brought me in. So, who am I here with? I'm with Kelly, who is the CMO for Commerce Cloud for consumer goods and retail. What we're going to do is unpack what Commerce Cloud means, because a lot of people have different views what commerce is. What I would love to do, Kelly, is just to tap in to all those sort of little nuggets of learnings that you've had during this. And I do believe you've actually produced a report recently on the consumer insights. I'd love to learn about that.
Yeah, and I will say it's been an incredible event. It's so nice to be back in person. Doesn't it feel like the magic of NRF is very much alive? So we did just publish our 5th edition of our Connected Consumer Report. And we were just talking about let's talk about holiday. It just happened not too long ago. And while I think retailers had a pretty incredible season overall, consumers still feel frustrated. I think it's 77% of consumers are frustrated because they feel like the retail experience with different brands is very disconnected. So if I'm talking to a store associate versus online versus maybe someone in customer service, it really feels like siloed departments. And I think consumers want that frictionless experience. They want that personalized, amazing journey regardless of where they are. And so that has been really frustrating for consumers. But on the flip side, you're seeing 65% of consumers are willing to be brand loyalists if retailers can deliver that incredible personalized experience. So I think what this means for retailers, and I've been talking to a lot of retailers today, just left an incredible retailer talking about the opportunity, which is we need to bridge the experience gap. So we need to make sure whether I, as a consumer, whether I'm online or in store or on anywhere in between, that I'm getting that consistent experience that feels really contextual to the ethos of the brand. And so there's an amazing opportunity to do that. And retailers that figure it out and do it this year are really going to win in retail.
Yeah, I think what's really interesting for me is the fact that a lot of the path to purchase and shopping missions when it comes to technology, and I'm not saying Salesforce are one of them, but sometimes that's part of the frustration. Consumers will say, hey, I'm on a shopping mission to do X, or I'm a shopping mission to do Y. I know Salesforce sort of prides itself of trying to, within the commerce, not to actually care where the transaction takes place. I don't know if you could just sort of expand on shopping missions and like path to purchase and what that looks like for you.
Yeah, no, it's been the proliferation of just channels, like where I like to shop. So personally, I'm a mom. I have 2 young kids. My husband, we both work. And so my shopping time is usually after the kids go to bed. I spend some time with my husband. I go onto my customer sites, especially those that just launched, and I shop. And my experiences, I really want to, when I shop, I want whatever is on the site to be relevant to what I want, what I need, my size. I don't want to view an item that is not, an inventory available for me. And that's really frustrating. So it's really dependent on what, each person wants. I have lots of friends who like to shop on Instagram, and they want it to be totally frictionless. When they see something that they like, they don't want to leave Instagram. They actually just want that transaction to happen right within the UI that they're in. And so, I'm sure next year there will be something even better, a new place for consumers to shop. And so for commerce, we don't care about the channel. We just want to make it, deliver on that amazing frictionless experience so consumers can get what they want when they want it, on the right channel they want it in. And that is like what paramount, that is the most important thing for us, that we're delivering on innovation, we're delivering on trust. And we're, helping our consumers and helping our retailers really win. Another interesting little piece of data that I've been talking a lot about with customers is that we also had a lot of consumers that went into this holiday. It was over 60% that had a lot of angst around product availability. So, I remember last holiday, supply chain snafus and Omicron were the 2 things that took center stage. And while I think a lot of retailers have really thought deeply about how do they deliver, inventory transparency, how do they make sure they have really strong customer comms so that they're able to, calm any nerves. Consumers are still feeling that. So I'm really proud we have our order management solution that's connected straight into Commerce Cloud. So that means that if I'm shopping I only see, again, the products that are in inventory. And if they're not in inventory, I get something through AI-powered recommendations that is just like that consumers just like me, my size, might want as an alternative. We also are talking to a lot of customers, a lot of retailers here about the need to have clean data. So with the economic times that we're in, uncertainty now is taking center stage, right? And so me as a consumer, inflation's up, costs are up, my discretionary spending is down. And so I'm much more intentional about what I need to buy. And so for retailers, they need to not only increase loyalty, increase revenue, decrease costs.
Yeah.
They still need to deliver on those like hyper-personalized experiences. And so we really guide a lot of our customers on, it starts with data.
Yeah.
Do you have clean data that's actionable, where you can drive insights across the entire customer lifecycle? And so we have our Salesforce Customer Data Cloud that really empowers customers to do that. And I think that is also going to be a big trend that we see this year is, how do we do more with less, and how do we really use actionable data to deliver on those, differentiated experiences?
So what I'm sure a lot of listeners and retailers think are, commerce means lots of different things, and people have different perceptions. And obviously their perception is their reality. I'd love to learn a little bit more about your perception.
Yeah, so Commerce Cloud is such an incredible product because it truly provides customers with the utmost flexibility and control of their experience. So if, we have lots of big customers that really want to go fast. And for them, like speed and, speed to value is really the name of the game. And so we have templates that really provide our customers the ability to go fast. We have customers that want to be able to unlock kind of brand ownership. And for them, it's really important to have this highly customized experience that really, again, like leans into the ethos of the brand. And so we have our composable storefront solution that still empowers customers to go fast, but also really provides IT teams and marketing and brand teams kind of the separation to do things that are most meaningful to their business, driving that impact. So I think the beauty, and then we have customers that want to do both. Some of them want to use templates, but then they also want different parts. So they want to test new things. They want new innovation. And so having kind of templates plus the ability to have that composable storefront experience empowers customers to do kind of anything that they need. So we really talk about Commerce Cloud as empowering customers to do commerce their way. It's not one versus the other. It's whatever feels most true to the customer in that moment. And that's what I'm most proud about and what we're able to deliver as a cloud.
Final thoughts, future of retail. If you had, I don't know, if you could share with us where your thoughts are, if the event has shaped your thinking on, what that looks like, or specifically in terms of where your specific area is going. Just thoughts on the future.
Yeah, I get to work with such incredible customers where they're already thinking about, again, bridging like the physical and the digital. And so it's been amazing to hear from a lot of retailers out here that are still like, how do I do this? This feels really hard. I'm hearing a lot about clean data. How do we get clean data? How do we access actionable clean data? And then just for a retail perspective, we just launched the, Walmart Salesforce partnership. So I'm really seeing a ton of partnerships happen across services and even across Claire's is in Macy's. We have lots of direct-to-consumer brands that now are partnering with wholesalers or, they're standing up in physical stores. And so you're seeing a lot of partnerships. Again, doing more with less. How do we reduce kind of time to market? How do we expand channels? And so I think partnerships will continue to be the big trend of this year.
Kelly, that's brilliant. Thank you for cutting out some time to see us. Thank you
so much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.